Hello everybody and welcome to my kitchen. I'm so excited to have you be part of this. My first video of how to make Agginares alla Polita, which is a Greek recipe, a very traditional one, and very clean eating, which is something that I've made a part of our life since I've been working out and trying to live a healthy life and to lead by example as a Beachbody coach. But before I get onto my recipe, I'm going to tell you a little bit about me. Some of you may know me. My name is Sammy Kapsis, Sotiria Kapsi, and I, for a year, was living very frustrated in the sense of trying to find a workout that would work for me. I would go down in the basement and I would do some other various workouts that I come up with cardio and weights involvement. And I would spend about an hour in the basement and not see any results. And that was extremely frustrating for me. I felt, here I am, leaving my family for an hour and I'm not even getting much out of it. So I finally made the plunge and decided to try out P90X. I heard a lot of things about it. I thought it was too difficult. You had to be a big time Marine or some gung-ho guy to be able to, with big muscles, to get it done. And so it worried me, but I did it. It was challenging, but thanks to Team Hypnotic Nation and my coach Kristen Cook, I was able to, get through my 90-day challenge, and I had great results. Lost 10 pounds. Didn't keep track of my inches, but the pictures really did show it. And I moved on to Insanity and to become a Beachbody coach myself and support my friends, Beachbody Fit, Friends in Fitness. And they've just been having great progress. And so with that, I'm now going to introduce you to our family recipe. So here we go. We first want to start with artichokes. You want to look at your artichoke in the market. If it has these nice little blue purplish lines in here, it's what they call a wild artichoke, but it really actually has a wonderful texture, beautiful flavor, a little hard to clean, but we're going to do that together in a second, and that's why I did a video, so I can show you how to clean it, because that's what's hard with this. And I bought 12 of these. We're a family of 5, so you figure you cut these in half, it should be enough for us. Now the rest of the ingredients, you're going to want about 3 carrots. I'm going to show you how we're going to cut these lengthwise like this. A bunch of dill, 2 bunches of fresh green onion, and about 4 potatoes. I have them right now in some water and salt to kind of take that acidity out of them and get them ready for you. Lemon, and about a 1/4 cup of flour. Now what are we going to do with that? Here's what we're going to do. In a bowl, I've already kind of started for you so you don't have to wait for the whole process. You're going to fill up this big bowl with water, and in it you're going to put, like I said, a 1/4 cup of the flour and squeeze a full lemon and put that in here. That's going to help your artichoke while you're preparing it from not getting all brown and looking pretty ugly. Alright, so are we ready? Here we go. So grab your artichoke. You want it to still be firm around here, but not too hard. So we're going to go ahead first, let me get my trash. Start pulling out the outside leaves. We're going to do this fairly quickly. Okay, I'm just pulling the outside leaves very easily. Now, as we start to get to about the 3rd layer, if you feel that your artichoke leaf is actually kind of soft, what you might want to do is put your finger down and save a little bit of this part, because that actually is nice. You want to keep that in there. So again, fold it over, put your finger down and just save some of it. Let me do it again. Fold it over, put your finger down, save some. So we'll continue this for a few more layers, and we're not going to remove all the leaves, but enough to give us the heart. Okay, so I feel like I can stop here. Okay, so I've got about 1, 2, 3, 4 layers of leaves that I cleaned up. Now I'm going to take my knife and I'm going to cut the top half of this artichoke. Alright, so I'm cutting that, and then I'm going to cut about this much of the stem, and you see the green in there? I want to keep that. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to clean the outside of the green all around. Okay? But leave the white underneath. And I'm doing this around too. Let me slow down because I'm kind of cutting a bit too much. Okay, so you can see, now around here, just clean the outer green leaves so you have the nice heart on the inside left for you. Okay, I don't know if you can see. So don't go too far deep. You want to keep some meat in there. Okay, so it's been cleaned. Now, that's half of the work. Now we're going to cut that in half. Okay. Now, I grab a spoon. And here you see you've got the soft little hairy part on the inside. And over here you can see the purple. We don't really need this part. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our spoon and kind of dig in here and take the little hairs out along with the purple. So you're left with this. Let me do it one more time with my other one. Again, if it's a good clean artichoke and nice and fresh, put your spoon in where the purple is and pull it out. And then just, see that? Clean out the hairs. Okay. All right. Rinse. Okay, rinse that a little bit. There we go. Okay, I'll just move a little. And then grab your lemon. And here's the trick. With your lemon, you're going to just kind of squeeze around like you're giving your little artichoke a wash. All right, and do that over your mixture. Add some more lemon sauce in there. I like things nice and tart and lemony, and it's good for your health too. So we're cleaning it all up, giving it a nice good mix. All righty. So I'm going to set that aside. Now, so you cleaned and prepared and pre-cut your green onions. You washed your dill and cut that up. Let's also get our carrots ready. About, like I said, about 3 to 4 carrots, depending on your preference. Cut it lengthwise. And again, quarter now. I always put a little music in the background. I was going to put some Greek music for you guys, but my husband was saying you guys were going to make fun of me. So I put some good old American dance music to get us going, ready for our workout. All right, I quartered my carrots. We're ready to go. Now the potatoes. I like white potatoes. They kind of cook a little bit easier. My store here, Caputo's, gives me an option of double A white potatoes. I guess that's good quality. So anyhow, it cooks well, so that's why I use it, because you want it to be pretty quick. So I cut it halfways, and then again, I'm going to quarter it. And just in case, I don't want it to get too hard, I'm going to cut each of those quarters in half. A little math here. All right. Beautiful. All right, you guys. So we got all of our ingredients. We're ready to go. I'm going to wipe my hands, and we are going to move stations now. We're going to get some good old olive oil. What Greek recipe doesn't have some nice olive oil in it? So I'm going to turn on my pot here. Can you see it? There we go. A little adjusting. All right. So heat up your pot. I got a big old monster here for my mother-in-law because I really want to give it some room to coat and cook well in. Okay, got a nice little olive oil here that I like to use. Give it a nice good coating. You don't need too much olive oil because artichokes don't do well with too much olive oil. But I would say about 2 tablespoons at max, you're good to go. All right. All right, I'm not a good singer, so I'm not going to sing for you. I don't want to scare you. Okay, so let's get that heated up, and let's start bringing all of the rest of our ingredients over. First one's going to be our green onions, but we're not quite there yet. Let's see, while I'm doing this, let me tell you something. This is kind of a light recipe, you know, because it just has the artichokes and the potatoes. But if you're at a point in your workout where you need a lot of protein, especially at the beginning of a strenuous workout like P90X, the first phase, Insanity, and you want more protein, instead of starting with the green onions, what you can do, and this is really, really tasty, your husbands, ladies are going to love this, you can get some nice lamb, and you can have that sear in your pot first and then do everything else that we're doing. So you can add lamb. That's the tradition for us that we like. Lamb, of course, is a big favorite, but you can try, you know, with different other types of meats and see how you like it and just kind of test it out. All right, I think my pot's kind of warm here. So let me go ahead. I'm gonna toss in my onions. Get that sizzling. It's a party in my kitchen. All right, here we go. And you're all invited. All right. Let's add the carrots because you want to give them some time to cook. You know what? I want to have some space to kind of sear my my artichokes. I want to actually kind of put them in one at a time. So don't crowd your pot too much. So I'm going to put the carrots kind of along on the outside to leave myself some room for my artichokes. I know you guys can't see what I'm doing. Let me try to maneuver this a little bit. Okay? So I'm going to try to move this. Oh no. What did I just do? Are you still there? Sorry, I messed up. Hey, it's my first video. Forgive me, you guys. I'm learning. Well, anyhow, I was just trying to show you. But I don't want to take too long and then have the fresh green onion cook too much. Okay. All right. So what I'm going to do, okay, if you can see for a second, I'm going to start to take the artichokes out. And I'm going to individually put them in here and twirl them around in the olive oil and in the green onion. Just kind of give them a little bit of a searing second for them. If you want to use tongs, if you're kind of scared of the fire, go ahead. But it's not too bad right now. I don't mind it. You know, I'm just putting it first a little bit on one half of the side and then on the other. Just really quick. I should ask for some requests for songs next time. I don't know if you guys can even hear this. I must look kind of funny just dancing. Hey, it's my pre-workout workout. I haven't worked out yet today. I'm going to do that while this is cooking. Just entering phase 2 of my insanity workout. Oh. All right. And notice, I'm not draining my artichoke juice. I need this. I'm going to use this. It's good stuff. How do you guys cook in your kitchen? Do you have some nice little music playing in the background and get you going? I love to cook. Oh my God. Sometimes, like some of you may notice on my posts, I love Greek music. And I'm really good friends with a lot of people at Sphinakia FM. I've kind of posted them. And so I'll be sitting there and playing their music. And they have a little blog area where you can kind of say hi to them. And they'll say hi back. And I'll tell them what I'm cooking. And they'll start joking around and saying we have to come over and eat with you. And they'll start playing songs for me. It's so much fun. You know, it's nice to get to know people in your community all across. The internet is wonderful. It really can be used in wonderful ways. Like us with Beachbody. How do you think we support each other? We don't go to each other's homes and, you know, wake you up in the morning and say, come on, let's go and work out. Well, maybe we do, but it's from the internet that we do that. On Facebook. You know, we have these groups that we have set up, like Team Hypnotic Nation is my home group, and then the Empire team obviously is where all our coaches really get a lot of amazing support. Thanks you guys for that. The Team Hypnotic Nation, we all support each other there. we post, you know, when we did a workout or if we're having a hard time. If we need some help with our diet and, you know, tracking our cravings or want some new recipes for Shakeology. It's really just about, you know, being friends with each other and supporting and motivating each other and keeping yourself accountable, because that's what it is. We all have a goal in mind, so let's get it done. All right, now are some of you ladies saying this takes too long and I'm not going to do this? Come on, give yourself a little bit of time. On your off day, when you don't have a workout because it's your rest day, do something like this. I'm a strong believer that clean eating shouldn't be a salad every day and just stick something on top of a salad. You want to enjoy your food. All right, I brought my potatoes. My grandfather, Papusterio, he used to be a cook for the Greek Navy, and so he had taught me a few things too. And one of them was, whenever you're cutting your potatoes, most of you may know this, but anyhow, I got to give him credit. He taught me to fill up your bowl with water and put salt in it. That actually helps so that you don't get a little, you know, gassy afterwards. So it takes that away. So if you have issues with that, add salt to your water. All right, so I'm kind of putting my potatoes in here. And then I'm going to add my dill. Give me a second. Oh, there's a party in the pot right now. All right, look at this. Woo! Okay, my dill. Can't forget the dill. Alrighty. Lots of dill. This gives such great flavor. Oh my God. Okay. Now, remember my juice? I'm bringing it back. But first, I love my sea salt. Oh, and I don't have a lot of it in here. I need to refill it. About a handful, a good hefty handful or two. For some reason, sea salt it's not as strong as just the regular iodized salt, so you might need to kind of judge depending on what your health needs are. So salt, okay, let's get some pepper. And I always say to my mother-in-law, I washed my hands before I started, don't worry. So yes, folks, my hands are clean. Are you coming to eat here? I'm coming to eat at your kitchen after you make this. All right. So let's give this a good mixing. Stir it up. Okay. And start adding a little bit of that water. So mix it up. Ooh, a Greek song got into my mix. You can't tell if I didn't tell you. It's good stuff. All right. How much do we add? To be honest with you, we're probably going to add this whole bowl in here. But I'm doing it slowly because I still want my vegetables to get a little seared. So I'm turning up the heat a little bit right now as I'm adding the juice. Let me give it a little mix. Okay, got a little salt left over. Okay. Ah, shagapo. That's a Greek word, meaning I love you. Very nice. Share that with your loved one today. All right. I'm going to go ahead now and add the rest. Hey, when you need some extra carbs, it's okay to get some really good whole wheat bread or sprouted grain bread and dip a little bit of that in with your food as you're eating. So add a little bit of this nice water mixture we have here. Okay, so let me try to show you what I've got so far. Okay. Okay, 1 second. Hey, Yaya's here. Okay. Yes, you do want the fan, but I just wanted you guys to be able to hear me, so I didn't turn it on yet. I'll turn it on in a second. Oh, good old Yaya, always checking after me. Okay, so we're going to go ahead now. I'm going to cover my pot, and I'm going to let this come to a boil. And then, once it comes to a boil, I'm going to lower it to medium heat and let it just slowly cook for about 45 minutes, Mitara? How long do you think it takes? About... Yeah, of course. They never tell you time. A Greek grandma is never going to tell you how long to be cooking. She doesn't work with a timer. She works with this, let me tell you. The fork. She says the only way to know when your food is cooked is not when the timer tells you. It's when you put your fork in your potato and it's nice and soft. When you put it through your artichoke and it's nice and soft. So there's a little bit of grandma Yaya Vasho knowledge for you there. Okay. Did I forget anything? Everything's in here. We got the salt, the pepper. Sorry, a little Greek, give me a second. Το έχω βάλει μέχρι ένα σημείο. Έβαλα πολύ. Okay. And είπα it's gonna boil a little bit. Και μετά θα το κατεβάσουμε.
Okay.
There we go.
Έβαλες φωτιά.
Yep, έχω βάλει φωτιά.
Okay, να μην το κατεβάσεις. Ας τα να βράσουν τώρα.
Okay. So she's saying we're gonna wait for it to start boiling.
Λάδι έχεις βάλει.
Λάδι, yes, I put olive oil.
Θα βράσουνε, θα το πάτε με το πυρουνάκι αν έχει γίνει ωραίο.
There you go.
Και θα δοκιμάσει αν της αρέσει το αλάτι αυτό ή θέλει περισσότερο.
Did you get all that or is it just Greek to you?
Και το λεμόνι να της έρχεται καλά στη γεύση της.
Thank you, Yaya. Oh, I love you. What she said is, make sure that you let it come to a boil, okay? Because I haven't done that yet. Let it come to a boil. We got to give it some time. And then, as you go through, yes, you want to taste it. Check and make sure you put enough salt. I have a whole lemon that I had in my water mixture with the flour, but maybe you want a little bit more lemon in your sauce. So add that in as it's cooking. And καλή όρεξη. Enjoy. Have a party in your kitchen. Till next time. Καλή όρεξη. Bye.